Hello, I'm talking about wealth today. Did you know the path to wealth and financial freedom is not as difficult as a lot of people make it out to be? It's actually a fairly simple formula, but let's start from the very beginning. Did you know that with a typical $200,000 30-year mortgage, your interest payments over the period to the bank will amount to $400,000? That's almost $500,000 in the bank's pocket, and you still don't earn the house or home until the end of 30 years, by which time you have forgotten, that you actually applied for only $200,000, and you think that you've made a good deal. I suggest you think about that again. It's not all it's cracked up to be, and I'm not a financial advisor, by the way, but you can go to a financial advisor and find ways of reducing that interest, either by, higher payments, frequency of payments. There are all kinds of vehicles out there. Your interest rate, which is almost invariably tied to your own credit history. So you do need a good credit history. What are your spending habits? So anyway, that's something I thought I'd bring to your attention. You're paying at the end of the day $600,000 in total, even though you bought your house for $200,000. Does that make any sense? To me, that looks a bit like slavery, actually, when you're, toiling to pay this off. Okay, the other thing, this one you may not like, but if you have money issues, it is going to be time for you to stop. Stop buying that get-rich product or the next thing out there and just stop, please, and rebalance. Do you know that when you go to the ATM, you're being charged all those fees, all those little things, and you don't need to do so. Whenever I go to the ATM, I go to the ATM for my bank. I don't pay a penny more than I have to for any of the bank services. There is no need for it, because those little things add up and it becomes a drain because you don't notice it. And all of a sudden the bank adds these charges, they raise your interest rates, they lower your credit limit, your credit score goes awry. It's those little things that add up. Pay attention. A lot of people get brain freeze. It's your money, it's your life. You want to be wealthy, you better pay attention. So, first things first, go and write down a balance sheet. All sources of income and all your outgoings to the last dollar. If you don't know that, you don't have a prayer of getting yourself out of any financial difficulties you may be in, or even managing your financial future adequately. It doesn't matter how rich or not that you are, you need to know these figures. So go figure it out. And if you're slightly below the waterline, there is always hope. Start by only spending cash. If you can't buy it with cash, you don't buy it. It's that simple. Quick one here. A while ago, and this is a few years ago actually, I decided I liked this high-ticket item. It was a like, it was not a need, it was not a want. It was just a like. But I liked it enough to say that I could probably scrimp and pay it, but I didn't think that was the right way. I went out, I did what's called a locum, so that I could earn the money for that item. And that is what you learn to do. You have something that you feel you want, or even something that you need. The right way to do it is figure out how to pay for it. You don't go begging, you don't go overdrawing on the credit card, except you have a plan to get that paid off in the near future with the minimum of interest. Going to the sales and buying that item that looked so great and paying a 26% interest on it and putting the minimum down each time, you have lost the value of that item from the sales. So stop it. Let's get back to basics. No matter what you are, you would remember that if you end up spending more than you earn, you will never be wealthy, you never be rich, forget wealthy. You need to cut it down, and to be financially free. A lot of celebrities are actually not financially free. To be financially free, you need passive income that exceeds your expenses. Repeat, passive income that exceeds your expenses. If you have not got that far, you are not financially free. And a lot of the celebrities are one movie, one paycheck, one product away from being almost destitute. It's all a front. You need to structure yourself such that you get to a point where your assets, where your income passively exceeds your expenses. After that, you can do whatever you like, but you know that whatever happens, the roof is not going to be taken away from your head. So, on that note, I will suggest, this is a long one, but it's important, learn to know your finances, what's coming in and what's going out, and your aim to be financially free. That will be true wealth. On that note, subscribe to the newsletter, and there are special offers on sides of the page, but I will also say that with the newsletter, you're going to get some wonderful offers. It's exciting times. I can't wait to tell you about it. Also, leave a comment about this topic. I want to know what you feel about being wealthy. Okay?